I don't just get up here and talk shit. I don't just get up here and pull numbers out of them. I don't just make up stuff.
No, that's why I respect you.
So my point is, you're saying there's a hope. There's a hope. Is there really a hope with that small of a number?
No, I wasn't saying a hope for that amount. Just saying hope in general for women like myself.
Yeah, if you start having realistic expectations. I haven't heard it. I mean, unless I'm missing something. Is there something that you have that you feel like you bring that's extraordinary or above average? That's not education or income.
My personality.
Asset base, huh?
My personality.
Your personality.
Mm-hmm. My personality. My mindset. I'm very open-minded. My communication.
I think you understand that there's no way for somebody to really quantify a personality without deciding to pick you. And open-minded, man, quite honestly, you may be open-minded for who you used to be, but there are women who are raised to be a companion to a man who are far more open-minded. So what I'm saying is, the things you're saying are still pretty average. So, and how we got here is, why do you say that there's no hope? Well, there's no hope for women. I don't say there's no hope, but it's extremely small for women who are demanding such a high price. When they bring so little to the market that the men who can pay that price more. And the net of it is men who have options are going to get the best deal they can.
And I agree. But I still have my own opinion where I feel like, for myself, I don't feel like there's no hope. You know, I don't feel like there's no hope.
And so there's no hope, but I mean, sure, but how much is enough? What percent out of 100%, how much hope is enough for you?
I don't know.
No, fair question. You keep saying there's hope, so how much hope is enough for you? It's not your question.
It's just, I'm just saying what it is.
But you haven't told me. But what I'm trying to understand is, you said there's hope. I said, okay, but out of 100%, how much hope is enough for you?
Oh, probably a small percentage, but it doesn't mean that it's zero.
Well, what is it though? It's not at zero. Then what is it?
Maybe at 20%. You know, because of the age bracket and where I'm at.
Okay,
yeah.
So 20%, pretty liberal, but 20%. So you're willing to risk dying alone?
No, I'm not.
Listen, I didn't finish the question. You're willing to risk a 20% hope that you can get this six-figure man versus lowering it down to where you got about a better than 80% shot of getting a man?
No, but I didn't say that if I don't get the 100, that there's no way I'm going to go back. I would decrease. I never said I wouldn't.
Well, I asked you about the $50,000 a year guy, and you said that no.
Well, because I had it, and he wasn't even able to sustain.
Well, the point is, ma'am, see, what you're missing is that we can play back and forth, man, but I asked you about the $50,000 a year guy, which is the median income for men in this country. Most men make that. Most of the men you run across are going to make that.
Mm-hmm. Most, but not all.
Right. Well, this is so to people who are confused, and why I say average at best, die alone, is because women are willing to take a small hope You're saying 20%. It's nowhere close to being 20%. It's closer to about 5.
Okay.
5%. And I don't even think 5. I think arguably close to about 2. Because you're talking about 8% of men. We're talking about 8% of men. You 8% of men, period. Then they have to be in your area. What state are you in?
New York.
They have to be in your area. They have to be in your age range. They have to be unmarried and heterosexual. And it's an extremely small group of men. If I actually told you how many, the physical number of men, black men, earn 6 figures or more, it is less. Let's just do it real quick. Let's do it real quick. Let's do a rough number. There are 40 million black people in this country. Right? Half are men, half are women. So it's roughly 20 million black men. 20 million black men. Multiply that times 0.8. That's just 0.8. 1.6 million. But we still have to adjust it for age. Let's just say half of the men are marrying age. 18 or above. Half. That means 800,000. 800,000 black men of marrying age that earn $100,000 or more. 800,000. And they are spread out across the United States. That's not adjusted for marital status, sexual orientation. So if you take half of you take a half of that number. And you take half of that number. We did this number before. You want to know what it came out to be? I'll tell you what the number came out to be when we crunched it about 1.5 years ago. That's what the number came out to be. 181,000 black men earn 6 figures or more of marrying age, heterosexual. 181,000 and 20 and if you say 20 million black women, half marrying age, 10 million, and you say 1 in 4 will marry, so you say 75%, 7.4 million, 7.5 million women looking for 181,000 black men. Now you want to tell me 20%? Let's do it. Let's divide it by 7.5 million. 0.024%. Not 20.
That's very low.
Even if you multiply it times 100. Even if you say that number is off, Kevin, your math is off. Multiply that number times 100. Still 2.4%. I don't just get up here and talk shit. I don't just get up here and pull numbers out of them. I don't just make up stuff.
No, that's why I respect you.
So my point is, you're saying there's a hope. There's a hope. Is there really a hope with that small of a number?
No, I wasn't saying a hope for that amount. Just saying hope in general for women like myself.
Yeah, if you started having realistic expectations. But you haven't seemed to have any realistic expectations on this call. It's been more towards, well, it's hopeful, right? You know what? I think I'm going to do that as a breakdown on YouTube. I'm going to actually just throw a number up there so women can get their mind around how many men this really is. So y'all can all realize, oh, by the way, that percentage of men, 181,000, 7.5 million black women are looking for them. Also, a percentage of every other race of women, too.
Yeah.
So, would it make more sense to lower something as arbitrary as money down, especially as you guys get older? But I would tell you that if you were on Instagram Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, 4 black women, there was a woman on there was 41 years old, $200,000 earnings. She was saying the same stuff you're saying. There was, on that same stream, 1, 2, 3. One woman said she wanted a guy making 500. 3 women. It's like, I've been doing this show since May, and from 18 to 70, from GED to PhD, you're all looking for the same 185,000 people. Now, honestly, did you ever really think that the number of men that were making that much money was that small?
No. No.
And that's what people who keep selling you hope. Buy this book. Don't forget this. Don't think like a man, act like this. Come to this seminar. Buy this course. That's what they're selling you hope.
Yeah.
But they don't have. But what you think? One thing you notice, you go to all those conferences, all those book signings, and there's a bunch of hope-filled women and no men.
Yeah.
I get 15,000 people, and there's 80% men. And the men are sitting there, thank you for sitting something. So y'all ladies know I'm not just talking for myself. So
no, I know.
44, you don't seem to have a horrible attitude, because a lot of sisters would have been, but it's that math number, it's the income that's going to kill it, man. If you got to have a man that's earning 100,000, hell, if you got to have a man that's earning 75,000, that's still, 80,000, that's still only 15% of men. That just effectively doubles that number to 0.04%. You gotta drop it down to, honestly, at 44 years old, it would make more sense to find somebody who just to finish out life with. Somebody who I trust, respect. He's gonna go out and get my insulin. I'm gonna put his teeth in.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that old.
I'm talking about you gonna grow that old too. I'm saying you're gonna do for him, he's gonna do for you. My mother got married and she didn't. Anyway, my mother smartened up, and women, unlike my mother, they died alone. She picked the most unlikely guy that I ever could think of because she smartened up. And my mother was a very attractive woman and had options. So, I hope this has been helpful to let you know that I just don't say that there's no hope for no reason. I say the hope is very, very small. I don't know how much hope 0.024 is. But when you think it's 20 and it comes out to 0.024, to me, that's zero.
Yeah.
So, all right. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right. Let me do some math real quick.
Yeah.
Select.